Hi, I'm Frank Coel. I'm excited to share this next clip with you from a content marketing bootcamp that I ran recently. In this clip, we're going to talk about email marketing and how to strategically integrate it with your content marketing efforts. I think you'll like what you'll hear. Watch it and let me know what you think. Okay, so here's an email follow-up. If you notice something, this is not a designed newsletter-looking email follow-up. For many businesses, a very personal-looking email is the way to go. We have a client, though, however, where we don't get so personal-looking in the email because they're a consumer brand. They have a very visual product, so their emails are a little more dressed up. So you'll have to just gauge that based on your audience. But if you're doing any sort of one-to-one selling as part of your process, it's usually best to start introducing a person right away. So this comes from a person. And if you notice, you say, "Hi, friend." That's dynamic, by the way. It doesn't say friend. It says, "Hi, Darlene." So we insert her first name in because we're using variables. As a follow-up to your download, I wanted to make sure you have the link so you can access it again at any time in the future that you want to. Let me know how I can be of help. That's it. No pitch. Here it is. Let me know how I can help you. We're making no pitch at this point. But what we do is we open up what we call a loop, a mental loop, with a PS. Hey, we'll be in touch with another email soon that's going to help you drive real results. Stay tuned. So what you've done there now is you've created some sort of psychological curiosity, like what is that other email? Soon, when, right? So you've created some curiosity there. So that happens immediately. As soon as they fill out that form, this is what they get. Okay, that same day, if they're a brand new subscriber, this is something we do. This is not something you have to do. But I want to just show you what we do so you can decide if this is a right practice for you. What we do for all brand new subscribers, all people who are brand new contacts in the database, is we send them a welcome series, regardless of what they've downloaded. So what we've done is we said, hey, here's my name, and I just want to take a second to hello and welcome you to the family. Each week, I'll be sending you an email with our very best stuff. This way, if you're really pressed for time, aren't we all? You can sit back and let me deliver a weekly curation of our best stuff, quote unquote. Make sure you don't miss out. And then now what we're saying is, so if you really want this stuff, make sure you get our emails by adding us to your address book or safe list. Make sure you whitelist us. And oh, by the way, you should really follow us on social, because we release our best stuff there too. Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Welcome aboard. Okay, so what we've done here is a couple of things. We're making a personal introduction, really important. The second thing we've done is we're getting them to click on links. Okay, we did that with the first one, that even though they may have downloaded it, there's a click opportunity. But what we're doing is we're getting them to click on links. You want them to be in the habit of opening your emails and clicking your links. By the way, these particular links are trackable CTAs that we use. Depending on the sophistication of your email program, you may not be able to do that. Ideally, you're tracking those links in your emails. Another PS, right? Hey, the next couple of days are going to be awesome because as an added bonus for subscribing, I'm going to give you some great stuff. Tomorrow, you get first of 3 gifts that I'm going to send you. So we're going to now tell them, hey, I'm just going to start giving you stuff that I hope you find valuable because most of our subscribers do. So here comes the second email. Hey there, I promised I'd send you that thing, so here it is. But before I do that, I want to introduce myself. Imagine that, a photo of this person just being a person with their team. This may or may not be appropriate for your brand. You have to decide. Here's what we've done. We've said, here's who I am. I'm a person. Here's why I do what I do. This is your chance to tell your story and introduce them to what you're doing. The idea here is your email should come from a human, not a brand. Okay, and then we fulfill the promise. Here's the resource I promised to send you. It's another piece of content that's not available on our website. We're giving them tons of value. And then, we do a little fun thing here so we don't have to send multiple emails. Hey, I changed my mind. Here's another great piece of content. I like to over-deliver. The third one will be on your way tomorrow. So they get that. And then these 3 emails I just showed you, this is my welcome series. This is my, your welcome series can be 1 email. It could be 3 emails. It could be 10. Whatever, you have to gauge what's right for your subscribers. We go with 3. Okay, so here's the final email. I say, hey, I just sent you these 2 things. Here's your 3rd gift as promised. And then I just remind them, hey, each week you're going to get great stuff from me. Be sure to make sure you get our emails, right? So that's my welcome series. Now keep in mind, this person downloaded that thing. That's what kind of started this. So we want to get back to that. So several days later, we follow up on that. And here's our opportunity to continue to give this person just tons of value. So we send them this email and say, hey, I wanted to check in on the information you recently requested, but more importantly, I want to make sure you saw this video. Because if you're really serious about creating a digital brand strategy that drives more traffic, engagement, and leads, right, the value I know they're after, right, you want to reiterate, you want to connect your content to the value they're after. If you're really serious about that, you should check out this video. It's pretty cool. So we're sending them more value. Oh, by the way, if they click on that, they go to a page where it's just the video. It's a landing page where there's nothing else there. And if you notice what's also on this page here, that's our next call to action we want them to do. So before I start promoting that in the email, I first give them an opportunity to be exposed to it by consuming more content, right? Ultimately, what I want them to do is request this without me urging them through an email. But if they don't, I'm going to urge them through an email eventually, right? But I'm holding that off because I don't want to be pitching in an email until I absolutely have to, because I want their association with me to be like, God, this guy's amazing. Like, I'm just getting all this great value. Like, I'm not even pitching me anything. He's just giving me information and giving, right? It's like Gary Vaynerchuk says, right? Give, then ask. So that's what we're doing. We're just giving. So if they happen to click on it and they happen to watch this video, there is an opportunity to learn about the next thing I want them to do. But let's say they don't. Well, they get another email from me a week later. More value, right? Hey, this video is pretty awesome too. And once I go to the funnel, I'm more focused on video because that's an opportunity for them to see me and hear this kind of talk, which I know is probably our best-selling tool is when they can hear this kind of thought leadership. So I focus heavily on that. That's just how it works for us. Again, you guys will have to decide what kind of content you follow up with and what format that's in. So this goes on for a couple of weeks, guys. So I send them to this next video. Hey, there's a content marketing training we did that we recorded. And here's access to it. You should really check this out. And then we do one more piece. So we have 3 weeks of just giving tons of value. And that leads to a video on a keynote presentation I did called Differentiation 3.0. And one of the things we say is, hey, look, this is one of my most important talks yet. You should really check this out. Okay. What we're hoping through all this, again, is we're hoping that we get them here on their own, that all of this is warming them up. So far, I've not asked them for any sort of anything that is to do business with me, right? I'm not pitching them anything. I'm just giving value, and I'm establishing who I am, establishing our position in the marketplace. Okay, so we followed up with them. Now, if they haven't engaged us at this point, now I want to start making offers to engage. So here's my first offer to engage. I want you guys to look at how simple this is. Is there anything I can do to help your organization go faster? How can I help you? Is there something I can do to start driving costs down? Is there something I can do to help you? I'm here. Is there something I can do? I finally make an offer, but it's not a pitch. It's not, hey, you should check out this product that I'm offering that you should buy. It's, how can I help you? Finally, if they don't respond to that, then I get a little more specific. Hey, I know I've been sending you a lot of great stuff, but I wanted to make sure you saw this. I'm hoping they have if they've consumed any of my content, right? It's the marketing opportunity review. And if you're really serious about driving growth for your company, this is the ideal first step to make that happen. No cost, no obligation. I'm going to help you quickly identify the one thing you must be doing to drive more traffic, engagement, leads in order to achieve your goals. Check it out and let me know what you think. Pretty low pressure kind of deal, right? But in my offer to help you, no cost, no obligation. Finally, if they don't do it, I ramp up a little pressure. And I say, hey, this is pretty much your last chance to take me up on this offer because my calendar fills up quickly. And as I'm sure you can understand, and I have to limit who we work with just due to the demand of that offer. If you don't jump in it soon, I may not have a spot for you. Just let me know. All the best to you. Okay? At this point, if they haven't engaged me, they are not in that near soon, ready soon phase in any way, shape, or form.
Or they've already bought.
Or they've already, right? They're just not ready or unqualified to some degree. Okay? So now I can back off after this point and let just my weekly blog posts nurture them until they're ready, right? And then if they re-engage on another lead magnet later, they'll get back into another communication sequence. Thanks for watching. Again, let me know what you think in the comments below. And also in the description, we have a link to some free resources based on this content marketing bootcamp that we ran. So if you want to learn more and get access to those assets that we delivered in the content marketing bootcamp, go to the link below, fill out the form, and we'll send it off to you. Thanks again.